Hello, relatives. Welcome to this week's Schlagbite for the week August 5th, 2014, entitled Losing It and Finding It. During my recent trip to the Pacific Northwest, I was asked to consult on a woman who had been diagnosed with early onset dementia and subsequently Parkinsonism when she was 60 years old. Dee is a former physical education teacher, fitness expert, but she was experiencing escalating lapses in her memory, her thinking and judgment, her calculation skills, all of which were making her anxious and depressed. Doctors prescribed medications for many of these symptoms, but some of their side effects left her more tired and forgetful. We talked on a back porch on a cool evening while watching the sunset. She was well-dressed, engaging in conversation, had a sense of humor. In short, seemed quite together. She was oriented in every arena. She knew where she was, whom she was with, and events in the world, and then suddenly in a flash, she would stop in mid-sentence and have no idea what she'd been talking about. She acknowledged the lapse and asked me where she was before the lapse, and I told her, and then she continued on without any hesitation. But the lapses escalated her anxiety, and she was unforgiving of herself for these new limitations. Her husband was devoted to her care, always by her side, and was clearly also wearing down. The stress was escalating the frequency of his cardiac arrhythmia. Dee and I sat on rockers. We were both under blankets and watching the sunset. Its farewell glow illuminated the snow-capped peaks, and we talked intimately about things that were important to us. My 6-year-old grandson was playing nearby, and the scene was so breathtakingly beautiful that I felt my voice quiver when I spoke. I told Dee that Native people looking at the setting sun would say, "Thank you for this day, and for the one that will come tomorrow." I told her everything changes. The way it was is not the way it is, and it's up to us to find a way to be happy in this moment. Look how beautiful this is. And as I watched my grandson, my eyes moistened. I told Dee that I had a friend close by, an animal-loving, tree-hugging, sage-burning colleague who had faced some serious losses herself and could be helpful to her in creating more moments just like this. Know that 15% of the population over 65 is diagnosed with a dementia, and literally a third of the population will be affected after they are 85 years old. As a culture, we're getting older, and it's imposing enormous burdens on our families and caregivers. We don't need to be over-medicating the elderly, but we do need to be making more personal connections with them. Need to participate in support groups, both for patients and caregivers. Find chaplains, friends, relatives, people who will walk the dog with you, see the flowers, hear the music, listen to each other's stories. These are all the things that stimulate our physical, sensory, and cognitive abilities. We can't cure dementia, but the community coming together can make the path a more healing journey. Reach out and help your neighbors. Get connected to others before you are looking at the final days and years of your life. Remember, we're all connected. It's how we sustain each other in loving ways. Take care of yourselves. I say this for all my relations. Mitakwiyasi.